a lot of people would actually in fact consider me cold for sharing this video. And I am far from cold. We live in a society where, feelings and emotions are running rampant within the world. And this includes people's lives. Myself, personally, I'm emotionally maturing. I don't have time for feelings. I don't have time for giving into people's emotions, because they cloud our judgments, our statutes. Most of all, and most importantly, they cloud our vision. They get in the way of people's success. They get in the way of people's blessings, God-given blessings. My days of grieving people's presences that were once here, that have now passed on to the spiritual realm, are over. They are no more. Doesn't mean that I don't think about the person that actually in fact passed away from time to time, because I do. I don't have feelings, I don't have emotions, because I am emotionally maturing, and this is where people ought to be in life. One thing that I've learned is when people tap into their feelings and emotions, they're weak. That's essentially all they are. They are weak. And they are giving the devil power and control to manipulate their feelings and emotions, to then cause psychological damage on those that are trying to avoid it all. My emotions are not of this world. Yes, you heard right. They are not of this world. They are of the Bible, the 10 Commandments, judgments and statutes. Better yet, they are of the Holy Spirit's presence. They are of God's kingdom. My days of grief, my days of crying out of sadness and any other worldly programmed emotion are over, because I'm emotionally maturing. I don't have time to cry over loss. And I don't care who this offends at the end of the day, because I have a life of my own to be building, and in order to build that life, and in order to remain free from all spiritual warfare, I have to switch off from my emotions and feelings, which is what I've currently done. It doesn't mean that I don't have biblical emotion, nor does it mean that I'm able to express my emotion with people. Because the difference between someone that's emotionally mature and someone that is an emotional tampon, whether you're a woman or a man, we get to choose our emotions to any given situation or moment within people's presence. And that's what makes us different to everybody else. It doesn't mean that we're less of a human. It just means that we are able to advance our genetics in order to live the life that God the Father wants us to live. And until people begin to realize this, you are forever going to remain living a life that is essentially weakening your brain, your heart and your soul, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed at night. this goes for my blessings as well. I have God-given blessings waiting for me as we speak. I also have numerous job opportunities waiting for me. I might not have hold of them yet, like a lot of people have hold of what they essentially have. Does this mean that I'm going to give up? Or because life's too difficult, like a lot of people do, in order to live within the comfort zone that they were given or that they created for themselves? No, absolutely not. Because I have a spirit of faith, not a spirit of fear. And I will, mark my words, people, I will take what is rightfully mine, that is rightfully given unto me from God the Father in His divine timing, when He sees that I'm ready and that I have the knowledge, wisdom and logic I need in order to achieve these goals, these dreams. I'm still growing, I am still evolving, and I want more of this life. I don't care, like I said, what the world puts me through. I don't care how much hate, how much oppression that the world inflicts upon me, because at the end of the day, I will always come out on top. I will always be 100 steps ahead of the game. Because at the end of the day, those that result into the hatred and the oppression, they're just projections of their own insecurities, their own doubts, their own fears. I'm not the one creating them. Because I am on a bigger and better calling. Isn't it time that people develop the same mindset and the same transformation of the heart in order to receive their God-given life and their calling, their soul's calling? Or the vast majority of you just got to run around convincing yourselves that you're living the best life, when in reality, you're not living a life. You're actually, in fact, living a prison sentence of your own thoughts, your own delusions, your own ideas that go in contrary to the Bible, the Ten Commandments, judgments and statutes, as well as the Holy Spirit's presence. And there you have it, folks. I'm not ashamed to be different, nor am I actually fearful of being different, because I fear God the Father and His wrath upon me whenever I step out of line. That's who I fear. My time, or should I say, my fear is not of the world, because at the end of the day, when you begin to realise the truth behind it all, it's all fabricated, it's all lies. And the fact that I have that glow within me, the devil could use empty threats. He can sure as hell get hands-on with me from time to time, but not once has he ever got inside somebody's head in order to act out murder, to silence me from speaking God's will and God's law, the Ten Commandments, judgments and statutes. And until that day arrives, I will keep on doing what I'm doing. And there is absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, that anybody's demonic influences could possibly say nor do to stop me. So stay riled up, Satan. It's only going to get worse until you let my people go, God's people.